So, where did we leave off last time? Brittany?
1 second. Let
You
me
think I was
just go
kidding?
through my
No,
brain.
we'll just start from where we left off. You know, so we left off our last game with you guys in the town of Vermilion. You left, headed on your 3-day journey up to. I'm sorry, you were going up to Vermilion. That's what it was. And you arrived on the third night. It was around midnight. You walked around town. You burst in some of the rooms or the houses. You took your horses over to the center of town. But before that, you did see some things moving in the darkness, it seemed, and Fader was having telepathic communication with this little girl saying, come find me, come help me, the monsters are here, but don't bring your friends because they're not like us. Hinting, I am assuming, like telepathically able to communicate. So he kept hearing the voice from this little girl, and at one point he actually saw her hiding behind a wall, but when he ran over, she was gone. You then went into the mansion of the mayor's. I believe when you were in there, no, sorry. Right after you saw the little girl, then you heard your horses screaming for help. By the time you got there, 2 of your 3 horses were killed, lying dead on the ground. You brought
my goddamn money.
yes, that was the first thing Leopold said. So you brought the final horse over to the mansion, where you brought it into the front, like what I don't know what's the word called for that area. Your foyer, and closed the door. You then did a quick search on the bottom floor, and then you started heading up to the top floor. Did I miss anything noteworthy?
Did we get the necklace?
Yes, we got the necklace from the tree, and we left the flowers at the person's thingamadoo.
Yes. That'll be it.
Okay, so we get to the top of the stairs. It is Mildred's turn. Let me read what you saw again. So as you come up, an open landing waits at the top of the stairs. 4 closed doors lie before you, and a large entryway gapes from across the hall to the south. What does Mildred do?
Mildred can't move.
Nope, you're just saying what you're going to do, and then I'll.
I am
move
going
you
to move 5 feet forward and kick this door in.
All right. Mildred comes over here and she kicks that door in. And when you kick that door in, you also hear another loud bang, kind of, and you hear the door downstairs, the front door, go. You just kind of hear it burst open, and you hear the horse kind of go.
What else down there?
I still have a beast speak up, just so you know. So if he says anything.
All right. So yeah, you hear this loud noise, the horse going crazy, and then okay. Let's see. So we have Mildred busting down that door. You heard a noise downstairs. What does Leopold do?
Leopold's going to round the bend to the top of the stairs to see if he can see what's going on in the foyer.
So you quickly looked down and you just see the front door wide open. The horse is all shooken up. Your owl's like trying to stabilize itself on its back, and the horse looks fine. You don't see any marks or anything like that on it. The doors are wide open. Is that it?
Hmm. I'm going to cast Detect Magic.
All right. You cast Detect Magic. At the moment, you're looking down in the stairs and nothing is glowing. Fader.
Fader turns and looks at Hemlock and says, "Stay with Millie." And I'm going to squeeze past her and
Okay.
past
So 10,
Leopold,
20. So that's 20 feet of movement.
and I'm going to just put myself at the bottom, not all the way down to the bottom of the stairs, but just the other side of Leopold, so that if there's anything coming up the stairs, it'll get to me first.
Okay, so you're kind of like right there at that first landing.
Yes.
So yeah, you can see the horse and the owl, but that's it. Nothing's there.
And they're alive. I'm not going
Yep.
to carry on down. I'm just going to keep my eye on the first floor.
Okay. Hemlock.
I will go with Millie. Yeah, I will go with Millie wherever she's going, since the boys are gonna stay in the hallway.
Okay. What is that? All right. So Mildred, as you look into this room, this dim room holds nothing but a bed, partially coated in debris with a collapsed chimney. Cold air gusts through the gaps as you open the door, kind of past you. Leopold, what do you do?
Do I get a turn?
Remember the it changes every round.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm. Let's see.
So are you looking back up on the second floor?
No, I'm keeping an eye on the first floor.
Okay.
Just reading a spell real quick. I can see within range. Well, that doesn't help. None of these will help against an invisible asshole. Ah. Fader, should we go down and bar the door again?
I believe we should. Yes.
Okay, I'll start heading down, and yeah, I'll start heading toward the door, trying to keep an eye on what's going on.
Okay, so that would be 30. You get to the bottom of the stairs, unless you're going to dash to get all the way there.
No, but I will mage hand the door closed from there.
Okay, nice. Yeah, so you do your mage hand and close the door. Fader.
It's still late at night.
Yeah,
correct?
it's about 1 a.m. now.
Okay, I'm going to stay right where I am, but I'm going to stealth, and I'm just going to keep an eye on the just sort of like backing up Leopold.
Okay. Mildred.
So I'm pretty sure before I came upstairs last session, I used my symbiotic entity. I just want to make that clear that is up. I didn't see it in the chat, but I'm pretty sure I did use it.
I don't remember.
Okay. I have my symbiotic entity.
That's fine.
Okay. I move down 5 feet and kick in the next door.
Okay. You moved out. Kick in the next door. In this room, it looks like a master bedroom. A double bed sits beneath the window along the far wall. A fireplace occupies one corner, and a window looks out onto the front yard. Oh, you still have movement left.
Hemlock, I hear her still kicking open doors up there. Could you please stop her?
What do you do, Mildred? I can't hear you if you're talking.
Oh, I move over to this door here.
5,
Lord damn it.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay. Hemlock, what do you do? You see her kick down this door and then walk over to the other room.
I walk over to this door over here.
Okay. What do you
I
do?
kick it open.
Save some doors for us.
All right.
Why do I hear more doors being kicked open?
Millie, don't.
You kick open that door. When you do, you see this massive bug-like creature with these pincers going, looking right at you. That was your movement, right? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. What do you do?
I scream bug and then I hit it with a where's my thing? Infestation.
Going to
infestation.
infest the bug.
Yeah, why not? It's my only range weapon.
Okay.
Has to do with 13 Constitution saving throw. I release the bees.
Gets a 13.
Oh my god. That doesn't win, right?
I don't know.
It's a save.
Yes, a save.
Shit. Okay, hold on. Alright, hold on.
What's that for?
So it goes south.
No,
the
it
horde of
saves.
bees.
Oh,
Oh.
your thing.
Yeah, so
Okay.
the bees are here now.
To the south of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't stay. It's just it's an action. It's an instantaneous thing.
What do you mean?
But the bees don't like stay in an area. It's not.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
They just move. All right. So yeah, you cast those things and it kind of just shugs off the bugs, and you just see its pincers just like, and it comes right at you.
Okay.
5, 10, and it attacks.
When it moves into my space, it needs to make a DC 14 con save.
Okay. Gets a 16. You guys don't know what it is yet, so that's why I'm not showing the rolls.
It's the bug from Men in Black.
Yep. And then it attacks. Sorry. Pop out. Gets an 8. What else? What will it do then? And then you just see it kind of just go and just disappear in front of you. Leopold.
I just heard screaming and stuff like that. I am going to cast Mirror Image right quick. And then I will move to.
Oh, so I could take it off.
And I'll prepare to drag one of these armchairs toward the door to try and block it off.
Okay. So yeah, you can do that with your action. How much movement did you have? Did you have enough movement to do it?
That was 25, so I still have 5, but I don't. I use my action to cast mirror image, so I don't have an action yet.
Gotcha. All right, so yeah, go down there and grab one of the chairs. All right. Hemlock, you suddenly see kind of a little bit behind you as you're looking around, this movement kind of just like a shadow cast, just really quick.
Can I hit it?
No, it was just like you saw a shadow like move.
Oh, okay.
Because you're technically looking through this room in front of you, so you would see like maybe a shadow casted like on the wall next to you, as if something was moving behind you. Mildred.
Did I see anything like that?
You did not. What does Mildred do?
Yes, I am going to summon a beast.
Okay. Give me a... Also, on your turn, give me a wisdom saving throw. Okay. What do you summon?
Here.
No, I summon an earth toad.
Earth toad?
Yes, a land spirit that forms into a toad. It just forms out of the rot and decay in this room.
I'm just saying if I could find a toad.
I mean, it's still like a bestial spirit, but it's in the form of a toad.
Mm-hmm. I have a giant toad, but let's see. Okay, where does it go?
Right here next to me.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah.
I guess a toad would technically be tiny, right?
It's big. It's the normal size for whatever bestial spirit is.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
Hemlock.
Oh,
give me a wisdom saving throw. Okay.
I guess I'll go into this room.
Okay. Yeah, you step into this room. You see... it looks like a guest bedroom. It's empty except for a bed and a fireplace. This room is cold and has an air of loneliness about it. But you don't see any signs of that creature.
Okay, then I'll get out of the room then. And
Okay.
Where did the shadow go though? Like it went this
It
way?
just looked like Because
Was it in the room or was it outside the room?
it was outside,
Okay.
as if something walked in this room, and the moonlight kind of through the window, kind of casted. Do you see the door I'm pointing at?
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
I'm going to save my action. I'm going to do Primal Savagery if anything comes at me through that room.
Okay.
And that's it. Oh, hold on. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Fader.
I'm going to assume that the girls have things in hand upstairs. I am Leopold's wingman, so I'm going to. I'm also going to. I don't. Because you are very talented, capable young women. I'm Leopold's wingman. I can't leave him behind. So
He's Leopold's best friend.
I'm glad you're both
well, I
there.
don't
teaming
know
up
about
on nothing.
I'm going to, if I may, I'm going to. I don't know if my stealth roll from last time was sufficient, but I'm going to assume that it was because I don't know better. And I'm going to move half movement to keep stealth as far as I can in my movement to see if I can get Leopold into sight.
So 5, 10, 15. Like, what's your movement?
35.
Oh, so I guess, yeah, there you go. You would see him there.
Okay, in that case, I'm going to hold my action to attack if anything appears other than Owl, Horse, or Leopold, or one of the girls upstairs.
Okay. It's your turn again, Fader.
Do I assume?
Yeah, you look around, you don't see anything coming. So,
Do I assume that does my previous roll hold, or do I need to re-roll a stealth?
it's a new turn. So, but you're not doing anything. So, but you took a ready action. So I would say your stealth is still holding.
Okay, then I'm going to continue to hold my ready action until Leopold finishes what he's doing.
All right. Mildred, suddenly the door in front of you just opens up, and again you see that. Well, this is the first time you're seeing it now. You see this massive bug-like creature in front of you. What does it have to do for your spores?
1d6.
Wisdom saving throw. What was it? Or Constitution?
Sorry, DC 14 con save.
Gets a 5. Yeah, the bug just goes and it's
4 necrotic damage.
okay. So it kind of first it goes like kind of makes this weird little squeal as you see its outer shell start to crack a little and turn black. And then it goes for a claw attack. Gets a 13. It misses. This thing sucks. And it just, again, it's there for a moment and then just goes whiffs, it just whiffs away. Or it'll actually, yeah, just whiffs away. Mildred.
Me and my toe. I will hold a. I'm gonna move like right here, and then I will hold a magic rock attack in case I see this thing again.
Okay.
And my toad will also hold an attack.
Hemlock. Uh,
going to turn into a wolf.
Okay.
And is there a way? I don't know. As a wolf, like a
Come,
dog.
come
Do you
close
think I
to me,
can?
dear. Oh, yes, you.
Do you think I can sniff out a
So,
bug?
are you a regular wolf?
No, I'm my giant wolf.
A dire wolf?
Yeah, my normal wolf that I turn into.
All right. And that is.
I will tell you in a minute.
No, I got it. Wild shape. Boosh. There you go.
I'm getting annoyed. That's why I turned into a wolf. I'm gonna move closer to my friend.
I mean, you could do a perception check if you're trying to smell them.
Yes, I would love to do that, please.
Okay. Give me a perception check. If you're trying to smell with advantage. So yeah, you're sniffing, but I mean, this house has been rotting for a long time, so you get a bunch of foul smells in here. You can definitely smell whatever this creature was, but you smell it kind of all over the place, as if it's been in this house for a long time. But you can't tell right now if there's like a direction the scent is coming, but you can definitely smell it more in front of where Mildred was. And where you were at the time. It's kind of fading from that room, but you smell it more in the other room.
Gotcha. I'm gonna jump into that room.
You're gonna squeeze through the door?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to.
Well, yeah, you can squeeze through one size smaller. So, yeah, you kind of kneel down a little and kind of push your way through. And you look around and there's nothing there.
Growl.
All right.
Ugh.
Is that it?
I don't think I have it. Do I have any more movement?
Well, it would have been double movement with Mildred and the door.
God. Never mind. I'll
Okay.
just stay in here.
Leopold.
Dragging the chair over to the door.
All right. Yeah, you put it against the door. You prop it up so it catches if someone tries to open it. Give me, I don't know, what kind of check would that be? See how well you do it. Sleight of hand check. It's not that hard with advantage. I don't even know if I should make you roll for it, but it's just fun to do rolls. All right, yeah, you're pretty confident that that's gonna stay there and not move.
There we are. Well, nothing else is getting in here. Now we just gotta get the rest, whatever's in here, out of here.
Hey, Comedian. Is that it?
I suppose so. That was my action, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, then that's gonna be my turn.
That was more than just interact with object.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Okay. Hemlock. You're standing in this room. You don't see anything. The smell of that creature is now fading.
Oh, is it my turn?
Yep.
Oh, it is. Okay. I'm leaving the room.
Okay.
I'm standing right here.
Okay.
And I'm gonna guard my friends. And if something comes up towards us, I'm gonna bite them.
Okay. Fader.
I'm going to assume that Leopold is done doing what he was doing when he puts the chair in front, and I'm going to start making my way back up the stairs.
Okay. Mildred.
I guess I will.
So you're using your full
Hold.
movement, Fader? I'm assuming, because that would get you
Yes.
like right there.
And I'm going to hold an action to attack anything other than party members.
Okay. Sorry, Mildred.
Yep, me and the toad will do the same.
Step up. Step up. Shadow, step up. Hey. He doesn't trust me. He thinks I'm trying to put him to sleep. Okay. Let's see. Leopold.
Now, this is all well and good. I am going to. What should I do? I don't know if I should join those others upstairs.
Yeah. Everyone left you. He propped the door. It's nice and sturdy.
I'm going to go ahead and take a look through Pinion, since he's a little more obvious to me, see if we can see any shifting or any motion in the dust, that kind of thing.
All right. Your eyes. Do they? What happens to your eyes when you look through his?
I want to say they just go. They just like start to cloud over white.
All right. So yeah, they turn cloudy white, and next thing you know, you're seeing through your owl with his nice, perfect vision, and looking around at the dust, and nothing seems like it's moving oddly. It's just all kind of settling from your regular movement.
Huh. I will go out and stand in the middle of the room with my all four of me, and I'll just keep an eye on down here.
Okay. Hemlock.
Okay.
This random rolling really makes it interesting, I think.
Did that whole round go without him taking a turn?
Who?
The bug.
You don't know. It disappeared.
I'm going to hold my action again
But
if I see
if your
it.
spores interfered with it, I would have asked for a roll, if that's what you were thinking.
No, I'm just wondering. It didn't seem
Sorry,
like he
Brett.
took a turn that turn.
Oh, it did. Brittany.
I'm just gonna stay here again and guard them. 'Cause
Okay.
you're tiny.
Yeah, out of character it did. Vader.
I am 60 feet from everything in sight. I'm going to stay right where I am. I'm going to continue to hold my attack action. Do I need to re-roll my stealth?
You haven't really done any. Wait, yes,
All
yes,
I've done
yes.
is move.
But you did move up there, so yeah.
Okay.
Wait, did you do a stealth on the last turn? I don't remember.
You told
Oh,
me
the
I
first
didn't
time.
have to,
Yeah, you didn't have to when you started that turn, but then you moved, yeah, so.
But then I moved up, so I'm
Yep.
re-rolling stealth.
Yep.
Okay.
Nice. All right. Mildred.
I'm gonna hold an attack, and so will the frog.
Okay. Leopold. Yeah, you're standing there all by yourself looking around. You don't see anything.
Hello. We did invite ourselves into your home, and that was a little rude. If you would like to come and talk to us, that would be nice too. But, what do I do out here?
Is that it?
I suppose that'll be right here for the moment, yes.
Okay. As you thought you weren't going to get a response, you hear this kind of clicking noises come around the corner from the hallway. And you see this massive bug-like creature just looking right at you. 5, and it darts, kind of comes at you. 5,
Oh!
10, 20. And it attacks.
It needs to roll a d20 first, because they're 4 of me.
Yep. Oh yeah, that spell. D20. It gets a 6.
If you have 3 difficulties, you must roll a 6 or higher to change the detect.
Did you put this
If
on mirror image? Okay.
you have 3 difficulties. Oh, I think I'm supposed to roll the d20. Wait, how does that work? Well, on a 6 or higher, it attacks one of the duplicates.
Okay. Yeah.
But it has an AC of 13.
All right. It goes and attacks one of the duplicates. It gets a 7, so it misses the duplicate, and then you see the whole thing just disappear.
Confounded. And there was no magic when I saw it disappear, since I do have detect magic up.
I mean, how would that work? Because
It's a natural ability. It's different from magic.
yeah, it's not magic.
Oh, fun! This thing can just do that.
Hemlock.
Can I make a? No, I don't know.
I mean, you would have heard downstairs like this clicking noises and then like a snap.
I'm gonna go downstairs, I guess.
Gonna squeeze all the way downstairs. All right. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. How far can the wolf go?
Hold on.
It is a 50-foot movement. Okay, so 10, 20, 30. I mean, technically it would be 25, unless you're going to try to dash.
No, I'll get as far as I can, and then I'm gonna hold my action to bite them.
I mean, okay, so you're like kind of stuck right there in the stairs.
Okay.
As you're trying to squeeze down. Fader.
Oh, it's half movement.
Yeah.
Never mind. I'll go. I'll use my action to go down more. I thought it was at a landing, at least downstairs.
Okay. So that's 10, 20, 30. Why can't I move? 40. You know what? I'll just make it easy. We'll just say you got down to the bottom right there. So I think that's 50, right? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Yeah. Technically.
Yeah, I could stand at this top
Okay.
if you want.
Fader.
Seeing
Keep having to move.
seeing Hemlock go down the stairs to join Leopold, I'm going to stay right where I am and keep my eye on Millie.
Okay. Mildred.
Holding my action, my attack.
Okay.
Me and the Toad are gonna move next to Fader and hold melee attacks.
Okay. Leopold.
Oh, this is getting rather old. I'm gonna go ahead and I wonder if it just appears on its turn or what it does. I will walk past these 2 rooms over here.
Okay.
Of course, I see nothing. And I'll go ahead and just cradle my watch in my hand as I prepare to cast Eldritch Blast at the thing first, if the thing appears.
Okay. All right, so we got. You suddenly see it does appear in front of you in the other room. So that would trigger your Eldritch Blast. Nice.
Oh, sad.
Yeah, it smashes into it, pushes it a little, and then it continues forward. And it attacks your owl.
Don't you touch it!
Gets a 15.
Yeah, Al's
That
dead.
hits.
You dick!
Yeah, so you just see this thing, you hit it with your Eldritch Blast, and then it runs up to your owl and just snaps at it, and the thing just goes whoosh, and disappears.
That was 10 gold you cost me!
And then it also just disappears.
Oh, I'm so annoyed.
All right. Let's see. Fader. You would hear, Leopold downstairs scream out, "Don't you touch it!" or whatever he said.
Okay, this thing seems to be bouncing all over the place. I'm going to one more time. I'm going to just stay put, holding my attack action.
Okay. All right. So, as you're holding your attack action, directly to your right, in the door, you see this big bug just kind of stand there, which would trigger your attack action. How far does your spores go, Mildred?
10 feet.
Okay.
Where is it?
Oh, sorry, I didn't. It's right there.
I'm going to. Can I assume that I was hidden and get advantage on this attack?
Yes. A 12 misses.
Bonus action attack with the other blade.
You won't. You
Oh,
couldn't-
you're
you
right.
can't.
You're right. You're right.
Yep.
I can't. Yep.
10 feet, Mildred. So what is the save again?
It's a DC 14.
Con-
Con save.
Con save. Damn, this thing's gonna get killed by just gets a 7. But it does attack Fader. Gets a 19.
Yeah, it hits.
For 7 slashing, and give me a Constitution saving throw. This thing slashes at you, cutting you across your chest. And then you just feel this kind of poison quickly go through your body, and you're paralyzed for 1 minute.
Oh, that's not good.
And then it disappears. What's going on here? All right, Hemlock.
I go all the way down the stairs now.
Oh, you can't see because of the
No, I think
wolf?
I'm on the.
No, it has sight.
I think I'm on the wrong layer. Maybe.
No. You should be able to see the wolf on the bottom. You just
Yeah,
moved
but
him.
I don't see Bunk. I mean, I don't see Leopold or anybody.
Does it have dark vision?
Oh. Does it? I don't think a wolf has dark vision. That's
Are we
why.
in the dark?
Yeah. It's 1 a.m.
Oh, shoot. Okay,
Unless you're
never mind.
upstairs. When you were upstairs, Mildred had the light. She has a torch in her
Ah.
hand. So that's why you could see upstairs.
I can't see nothing. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so you come down, you can hear Leopold, but it's kind of dark in here. You can tell he's over there. But what do you
I'll
do?
stay here.
Okay.
And I'll hold my action if I feel or smell that bug. I will fight it.
All right, Mildred.
I will hold another useless action past my turn.
Leopold.
Leopold is very annoyed. He's going to go ahead and step around the big wolf. And he is going to angrily just play with the chain of his watch, and he's going to hold Cloud of Daggers for if this thing pops out.
Okay. Is that a... so you still have to cast the spell.
Well, it's a held action since it's an action cast.
But if it's a spell cast, you still cast a spell, and if you don't use it, then you lose it.
I thought as long as you continued the concentration, you didn't lose it.
I mean, you're gonna hold on to it then, right? Is that what you're saying? I'm a little confused now. So you're holding an action to cast Cloud of Daggers, right?
Yes.
So you still technically cast a spell, and then you hold on to it until you release it.
Correct.
Yes. Okay. Just want to make sure.
Yes, I will hold it for multiple turns if need be.
Yeah. So that's. I'm just saying. So just you would cast the spell. So the spell slot is used.
Right.
That's all. I was just because I like to see it in the chat.
Oh, okay. You want me to cast it now? Okay.
All right. Pop that out. Fader.
Do I get to retry?
You get to do another Constitution saving throw.
Come on.
Oh, you are still frozen. Mildred, you see this bug come out and slash Fader. He's frozen. He can't move. Drool's coming out of his mouth. What do you do?
Oh, I guess I'll hold range attack, and then I'll pen my turn.
What attack?
I got ranged attack, I guess.
That's what it's called?
No, a magic. You know, I'll
have
make
to say what you're going to do.
shillelagh. I'm
Okay.
going to hold a shillelagh attack, and so is my toad.
Okay.
And that's
Okay. All right, so yeah, you see this massive bug step in front of the doorway in front of you, and it charges. 5, 10, 30. And
when
it
it gets within 10 feet, it's got to make
Mhm.
con save.
gets a 13. Is that a save?
Takes 3 damage.
All right. And it goes and tries to attack you.
Does mine go first? Or does it go first?
Huh? Oh, yours would go first. Yeah, do your
Both of ours.
shillelagh. That hits. Mildred is tearing up this bug while everyone else. Her spores.
And then my toad will also attack.
What is the a toad gets a +6.
Yeah, it gets my attack modifier.
Okay, that hits. What are you saying to this thing while you're while you kill it?
My toad just, I like, the spores ravage it, and then I smack it with my stick, and it's just like phase, and then my toad just wraps his tongue around it and eats it.
Well, not the whole thing, but yeah, it tries. Part of it.
Just like munching on it.
All right, awesome. That's funny. All right, Hemlock. You hear the commotion upstairs. What do you do?
I guess I'll try to make my way upstairs again.
5, 10,
Useless.
20, 30, 40, 50. You get halfway up the stairs as you're trying to squeeze through.
I'm just growling the whole way up there, so frustrated.
Leopold.
Leopold doesn't know the thing's dead, so he's still standing in the middle of the room with his 4 scowling faces, just holding onto a spell, going, "Come on! Out with you!"
All right, Vader, give me a Constitution saving throw. 15, yeah, you come out of it. So I'll just do a loose turn order. So yeah, Fader, you come out of it. Do you say anything? What do you do?
Was I able to see what was happening around me? Do I know?
Oh yeah, you still
like,
saw
he
this
was
big
that?
bug come out and attack Mildred.
I
Toad
will.
is
I
still
will.
eating it.
I will call downstairs to inform the two that are downstairs that the creature is dead.
All right, do you guys go up?
It's dead.
Leopold just utters a bunch of curses and unleashes this cloud of daggers on an unsuspecting chair.
They just smash the chair into pieces, and then you both go upstairs.
Ah!
Yeah, so upstairs you can see there's this massive bug just lying there, dead on the ground with Mildred's toad just slowly chomping on its hard shell.
I have lost so much money today.
Mildred, what do you do?
Gonna go into this nice little library thing and try to calm myself by reading moldy titles of books.
All right. Mildred, what do you do?
I will go inside of this one over here.
Okay. So, Leopold, as you go into the library, shelves filled with books line the walls of this library, and 4 winged back chairs sit around a low table in the center of the room. The wide bank of windows in the south wall affords a panoramic view of the dilapidated house beyond the twisted branches of the tree in the front yard. Mildred, you go into that room. That was the guest bedroom. So, yeah, you don't see anything in there. Hemlock, what do you do?
transform back into myself.
Okay.
Guys, I was so... I sucked at that fight, man.
I'm like, dear, you shouldn't waste those. You only have a limited number. They're very valuable.
Oh, I can wait. I mean, I can just have a little nap and I get them back.
Well, let's hope we have a nap.
Everyone give me perception checks. All right. Fader. As you're standing there looking at this big bug, you can see on one of its claws, like there's this little piece of shell that comes off, and on that piece of shell, you see a platinum signet ring.
I would like to go collect that platinum signet ring and examine it.
All right. You look at the signet ring. It is embossed with a snowdrop blossom, and it looks like it could be worth a pretty penny. Leopold, what do you do? Oh, sorry, Leopold. While you're in this library, you do notice, because your detect magic lasts for what, 10 minutes?
Yes.
You see one of the books on the shelves is glowing.
Well, I will certainly go and mage hand that to myself.
Okay. You see a book that has it's like it's a pretty thick book, and it has gold embroidering all around it, and in the front of the cover of the book is a mirror with a gold trim around it, and it has two double clasps. On the book, it says "The Price of Beauty."
Price of beauty. Huh. Can I tell what type of magic is on it?
Yes. I just had this too. What are the different? God damn it! I just saw it. Now I don't see it.
Abjuration, evocation, illusion, necromancy.
It's I believe it's aberration and illusion.
Sure.
Yep. Illusion and conjuration. I'm sorry.
Conjuration.
Yep.
Interesting. I will put it away for now and hang on to it.
Okay. Yeah, this is what you see. All right. Leopold, while he casts his spell and does that, what is so, okay, what does Mildred do as she's in this room?
If it looks like there's nothing in there, I'll just go to the room next door.
Right, so you walk over and you see Hemlock in the room next door, standing in front of the doorway. he's-
Hello.
Did you see anything good in there, dear?
I didn't even check yet.
Oh, wasn't that what you were doing from your last turn?
What, me?
Yeah. Did you say
No, I
that?
just walked in
Oh, you
here.
just walked in. Okay. So as you look in this room, where am I? I'm like losing my mind right now. This room has a tall chest of drawers made of dark wood in the corner across from the door. Further into the room, a small desk sits between two windows, with a large bed to the left of it. The sheets and blankets on the bed are rumpled. One moth-eaten pillow lies on the floor beside it, the other on the mattress where it belongs. What is...
Can I begin rifling through the
Okay.
desk?
Yep. Yeah, you start looking around. What does Fader do?
I still think that we should be working in pairs. So I'm noticing Hemlock and Millie in that room. So I'm going to join Leopold in the library.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm also gonna start looking at books at. I'm gonna look at. Is there anything on this table in the southern wall?
As you see a bunch of books on the table. You see some journals that are open, like handwritten journals. You see multiple books open.
I'm gonna pick one at random and start looking through it.
Okay. Hemlock, what are you doing? You see Mildred just walk past you and start looking through stuff.
All right. I'll look into this one over.
Okay, so whoever's looking, give me a investigation or perception check. All right. As you look through the desk, Mildred.
Sorry, it's weird. Never mind.
Huh?
No, I thought twice I rolled like different numbers, and then they both time it came up as 10, which is very weird. But it's fine.
Yeah, you look through the desk. All you find are warped or old pieces of paper that are pretty much crumbling to dust. So old quills. They're mostly like kind of kids' drawings, if you could make any of them out on these papers, but you don't find anything in there. As for Hemlock, this old dresser just has like just rotted, moth-eaten clothes. When you open them, you kind of shuffle the stuff around, and you don't really find anything of interest. As you look at the table, Fader, you see, let's see. You can see a book. You're looking through a book that's about physical and emotional trauma. What does Leopold do?
I've already looked through this library.
You see Fader looking at these multiple books.
I suppose I'll start searching. All I did was find the magic book before. I think I'll start looking for a ledger or some kind of town record
Okay.
that may be available.
You start looking through the shelves of books. Give me an investigation. Mildred and Hemlock, you both are in this room. You looked around. You didn't find anything of interest. Do you head back out?
Yeah.
Fader, as you're standing there, you can see Mildred and Hemlock coming out of the room. You see a piece of paper, another piece of paper on the desk, and it says in a handwritten, "Could this be the answer?" Do you say anything?
I just see a piece of paper just laying on the desk saying, "Could this be the answer?"
Yeah,
It's
and
not
there's
referring to me.
notes under it. So I'm asking if you're gonna pick it up and read it or not.
Yeah.
Do you?
Pick it up and read it.
Yeah.
I might have found something, huh?
Oh, look at that. What's it say?
It says, "Could this be the answer?"
The answer to the question. Good job,
Um,
Vader.
I'm gonna look through the notes that it was with.
Yep, it was sitting on a book that was open, like it was on one of the pages, and the book is about the Feywild. And the paper that says, "Could this be the answer?" There are notes that are kind of taken from the pages with an entry on meanlocks, which it says about meanlocks as you're reading it. It says meanlocks are corrupted Fey creatures that spontaneously manifest in response to fear in places where the border with the Feywild is thin. It also says meanlocks create more of their kind by transforming humanoids through a process of psychic torment that takes hours or days. It says meanlocks live in a subterranean nest. And it says meanlocks are sensitive to bright light and can sense shadows and darkness.
So, you said it's something about it can transform humanoids?
Correct. It makes more of their kind by transforming humanoids.
I'm gonna call. I'm gonna call everybody over. Specifically, I'm gonna call Hemlock. This is speaking about the Feywild, and apparently, it can a creature called a meanlock can transform humanoids into its own type. I wonder if that could be an explanation for where disappearing villagers have been going. Is there a drawing, an image, a picture of what a meanlock looks like?
It kind of just a description that they look like massive bugs.
Oh,
Much like the thing
no.
we just killed.
Yes.
I killed somebody.
I think we just killed a meanlock. It had this ring on it. Oh, I wonder. Okay.
Oh, they live in subterranean layers. Perhaps we can find a big hole in the ground and go down inside to.
I don't think we're
root
going
them
to have
out.
to.
The mine.
I don't think we're going to have to go far to find a hole in the ground.
Oh, there's a mine.
The platinum mine.
Do you think
Ah,
the mayor-
yes. And perhaps we'll find some platinum in there.
I'm going to continue looking in the books. Is there anything else of interest in these books here on this table?
Ooh, suddenly our boy Vader is taking an interest in
Yes, look
books.
at this.
I summon a dagger and look at Millie.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
don't get all fussy with me, you know.
You know she means no harm.
Don't have to act
But-
all macho around me, lad.
I-
I know that you got the stuff.
I release the dagger.
Fader.
What was
I'm sorry. Go, Hemlock.
So we just killed the mayor, perhaps, since this is his house, right? This is the mayor's house, yeah? Yeah,
He got turned into a bug deer. I don't think he
he
minds.
did.
Leopold. Yeah, you're looking for ledgers. You don't find anything like that here. Just a bunch of old books, more personal books.
Well, overhearing their conversation, I think it's safe to say that when they may have dug up a nest of these creatures, if they live in subterranean nests.
I told you guys, I told you when we were at Candlekeep that they opened something when they were digging for platinum.
Oh, maybe there's a passageway into the Feywild.
Ooh.
Well, it seems we have our answer, actually, so, we can go home now.
Into the platinum mine.
No, that's not our home.
But that's where the evil bugs live.
We were just supposed to find out what happened here. We're not supposed to solve this.
Maybe we should
While
close
they're
the...
while
Do you
they're
think you can
arguing,
kick down the door to a mine?
Possibly, Millie, possibly. It's probably all old and icky and just go boom and it'll go, you know.
The other books, Fader, as you're looking at them, one is on nightmares. The other one's on mysterious disappearances, and that's pretty much all the topics you see.
okay.
I
At
borrowed
my
a book
at my
on
next
nightmares
opportunity,
here. That's
Wait.
of particular interest to me.
Okay. Fader, what do you say?
at my next opportunity, I'd like to go back up here, and I believe has this door been opened and investigated behind?
Not yet, I believe. All right.
Okay.
What does
I would
Leopold
like
do?
to open.
Oh, yep. You go over there and start walking in. What does Leopold do?
Leopold is going to go ahead and move into this area. I don't have an ability to create a bright light.
Oh, hold on.
What is Mildred gonna do?
It's gonna go search this room over here.
Okay. So Fader's in that room. You're in that room. Leopold is trying to figure out if he has a bright light.
Someone to create a bright light. He certainly doesn't seem to have any besides lighting a fireplace. I doubt there's any real wood in any of these. Are these corner pieces fireplaces?
Yes. Yep.
Okay, he's going to go into one of these rooms, and I guess he'll drag one of the chairs over for wood
Okay.
and start a fire.
So it's dragging another chair. What is Hemlock doing?
I'm seeing if I can make a light as well.
Okay. So Fader, as you come into this room is the master bedroom. A double bed sits beneath the window along the far wall. A fireplace occupies one corner, and a window looks out onto the front yard. What do you do?
Any furniture other than the bed?
There is not. There's papers on the mantle.
Oh,
on the
okay. I will
fireplace.
go over. I'll go over to the fireplace and look at the papers on the mantle.
All right. Mildred, you're in what appeared to be the daughter's room. This dim room holds nothing but a bed, partially coated in debris from the collapsed chimney, and the cold air. You can still feel it kind of pushing through the house through the cracks.
Just begin looking around to see if I can find anything interesting.
All right. Leopold, you start to build a fire. And,
Light it with prestidigitation.
all right. What is Hemlock doing?
Do you think Druidcraft is a way of making a light if it's a sensory effect?
Druidcraft.
I posted it. Because it says I can light or snuff out candles, torches, and campfires, but also I could do like a harmless sensory effect. So like,
That predicts the weather.
yeah, but I can create instantaneous and harmless sensory effects,
Yeah.
such as falling leaves or puff of wind and stuff.
Yeah, it'll be like a little thing in front of you, like a little clouds or rain. It's not like massive or big. It's tiny.
Time.
Fader, as you look at the journals, these are journals that kind of, let me see. A lot of the ones on the fireplace are they're letters that the mayor wrote beseeching other nearby settlements for aid. Among them is a completed letter addressed to the mayor of Merwin. they're stuffed in envelopes sealed with bright wood wax. So when you break it open, that's what you saw. Some of the journals chronicle the disaster at the mine and the villagers' anguish at so many victims. He recounts how they had to stop and search due to fear of more cave-ins. It says if they attempted to remove any more rubble, like cave-ins would try to start collapsing, so they kind of, put that on hold. She writes of villagers going missing in the night, of her helplessness, and of stubbornly staying on, determined to find the missing villagers, while Tifra and their 2 children, Tavine and Nia, evacuated to Marin. The last few pages speak of the mayor's nightmares, of her creeping fear and waking in the night, soaked in sweat and with lingering screams that echoes in her ears. Mildred, you find nothing of interest in that room. Just a bunch of old crap.
There's a bunch of old shit in there. This place has gotten very dull.
Yes.
I say we head to the platinum mine post haste.
It's the middle of the night. I would not going right now. We'll be exhausted and not willing to fight right now.
Some rest and then go in the morning.
Considering they don't like bright light, yeah, it sounds like...
We're gonna be in a mine. It doesn't matter if it's light outside.
You don't know that. You don't live in mines.
I live in a hole in the dirt in a swamp.
It's true. She lives in a hole. I've been
It's
there.
a very nice hole.
It is. It's very roomy.
Wouldn't a hole in a swamp just fill up with water constantly?
Not if
No.
you put it on a little island.
What does Vader say?
I assumed Fader was still. This is sort of going on behind him as he's reading these papers.
Yeah, does he say them like as he's reading it?
I found some letters here. One it's mostly asking for help from surrounding towns. There's some descriptions about what happened in the cave-in, and something about who I suspect are her children, having been evacuated. I suspect to Marin, while the mayor stayed behind to try and continue to investigate and find out what was happening to the town. I think it's probably pretty certain that the townsfolk that disappeared became these mean locks.
The poor woman.
Can I match? Did you said the letter to the mayor the mayor of Marin was sealed in sealing wax?
Yes, it's meaning like it never got to them.
Was it sealed like with a signet?
Yes, the same signet that's on the ring.
I think it's pretty certain that we just killed the meanlock that had been the mayor. This ring looks like it was his signet ring.
The poor woman.
All right. What is Leopold? Yeah, you put your wood in there, you cast your spell, light the fire, it starts to burn nicely.
Oh, let's curl up by the fire and take a rest.
That was my idea.
Shut up.
I say we
Step up.
go sleep next to the horse.
The horse would like some fire, you know?
I suppose there is a fireplace downstairs as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to go into one of these rooms, get a blanket, and put it over the mayor's dead body. The poor woman.
For the record, folks. If I heard you lamenting the fact that we just killed the mayor. I would like to say that if I were turned and became one of those things, please, you'd be doing me a favor if you ended me.
Oh,
Don't
without
worry,
hesitation.
dear.
No.
I will stomp you like a wee little roach.
It would be my pleasure to murder you, Vader.
I'll be sad, but gladly murder you, yes.
Wow.
I
Wow.
will use
Thank
your
you.
corpse to feed my mushroom patch.
Of all
if
of
I
the things that
turn,
were just said, Mildred, I think that was the nicest. Thank you. I would be honored. I would be honored to feed your
And then
mushrooms.
I will consume you as tea.
ooh,
And
that's a
and
lovely flavor.
And all right, so you guys are standing in this room. Leopold lights this nice fire. It starts to burn nice and bright and keep you guys warm. But you said you might go downstairs and start a fire. But let's take our first 10-minute break because Shadow's really starting to act up.
Sounds like a plan.
All right.
All right.
I also turned my Roomba back on. I literally love this thing. It's just cruising around my house, vacuuming my floors.
Oh my god, I hate myself, but it's working.
It
Why do you hate
it's
yourself?
I switched to Microsoft Edge.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah,
Alright.
I hate Edge.
So, yeah, so you guys are in this room. The fire's lit. Were you gonna go downstairs to do it again with the horse, or?
Yeah, I guess I have to protect my investment, so I'll prestidigitation this far out, and we'll go downstairs.
Which room are you guys
I'm-
gonna go in?
I think that sitting room downstairs to the right side appears very roomy,
Alright.
enough to fit a horse and everything.
What did Fader say?
I was going to say, if there's not enough wood downstairs, we should bring some chairs and such to burn.
I think there's plenty of chairs down here, actually.
I believe there are, yes.
Alright, so which room?
Um,
What has a fireplace? Do they all have fireplaces?
Because you had one room that was like a place where the town meetings happened. Another room where it was just a table with some chairs, a dining room area, and like a sitting area with a desk.
Um,
I say like one of these, the one that's like close to the door, so we can see if anything comes through.
the armchairs look comfy enough to possibly rest in.
my suggestion would be the one here to the left of the door. Only because the opening into that room is away from the door. So,
Yeah,
well,
but we can watch the horse if we go in this room.
I mean, we could lead the horse into whichever room we decide on.
I know the horse is quite large.
But it can go through the doors.
Okay, yeah.
Which one seems safest?
Do all of the rooms have the same number of windows? It looks like they've all got 3 windows. So,
Yeah,
Yeah.
these ones down here only have one.
This room seems to have plenty of chairs to burn, and it looks large. And if someone were to bust in through the front door, we would have a certain amount of time before
That-
they got
There's-
around this.
There's also the
That was
bookshelves in there that you can move to put in front of that.
that was my thoughts as well.
Okay, yeah, we'll go in that room. That's fine.
So you bring the horse in there.
Lead the horse in, yeah.
It's so tight in here with the horse.
And a toad.
Oh, it smells like horse.
I would suggest that whoever's on watch, don't wander too far away. I think most important is that we should stick together.
So do you smash up the chairs before you guys settle in, or do you do it as you need them? All right.
Yeah, I suppose we'll
Yeah,
smash up all the
smash
chairs
them
now.
all.
Yeah, you guys are just smashing chairs. The sounds of breaking wood echoing through the house. Yeah, and you make a little pile. You can move those bookshelves. I believe you guys already searched this room because there was that small framed watercolor painting of a mountain range. Looks like it was 2 gold pieces and a chunk of raw platinum ore from the mine. Because I remember seeing
Yes,
that part.
I believe Millie took the platinum.
Okay. And yeah, you move the bookshelves in front of the entryway.
What did I end up taking? What?
You took a chunk of platinum from a table, I think.
Right.
Get your fire going. And what is the turn order? Who's gonna watch?
First watch.
Okay.
Suppose I'll go next now that my owl can't watch for me.
And then 3rd and 4th watch would be Fader. Is that what you were saying, Fader?
That works.
Oh, I didn't know if you were putting your hand up. I thought you were.
Yes, I was saying I'll go 3rd. Yes.
Okay. I mean, I was assuming you were going to go 3rd and 4th since you.
Since for some reason Mildred doesn't take watches.
She actually does. But she just won't volunteer, right? Is that how it goes?
Yeah, I mean,
She's been doing them. Yeah.
I used to take watches, but then you guys had found another system, so I just go to sleep.
Millie's our fighter. We have to have her all healthed up and ready to go.
Okay. Yeah, so you all
Plus,
do
I'm
this?
old and a lady.
Give me
Older
a
than you.
perception check, Hemlock.
Horrible.
Okay. Yeah, so you're sitting here, everyone's sleeping and meditating around you. Throughout the night, it's a creepy old house. So you just hear like the wood creaking every now and then. You might hear some skittering on the ceilings, like, or maybe a little bugs crawling out of the fireplace and getting burned. I don't know. Like, it's just really creepy. You can hear the wind outside. That's kind of sounds. But besides that, nothing happens. Your 2 hours go by.
I walk over to Leopold and I flick him on his nose. Oh, hey, your turn.
Oh, no need to be rude about it.
It's very creepy here, darling. Good luck. And I snuggle in with Mealy.
Okay.
Well, while I'm waiting, I might as well do something productive, I guess. I'm going to take either a tin cup or some form of metal vessel, and I'm going to put a little bit of wood in it and place it on top of the fire to make some charcoal.
Charcoal?
Yeah,
You're gonna grind it up when it gets like all...
basically try
yeah.
to make some form of flash powder.
Is that a thing?
Yes, actually. If you grind charcoal up into a fine powder, and I figured maybe I could light it with my prestidigitation and make some kind of spark to maybe spook some bugs.
How long would that take?
To make the charcoal, it's probably a couple hours.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know anything about that process. So it seems like you do.
It's somewhat simplistic. It's not.
I can imagine.
It's not like gunpowder. It's more like a little bit of a poof and a flash. It's not that impressive, but it might work. I
gotcha. So you start to do that. Give me a perception check. While he's doing that, Hemlock, you're having a dream, and you're with your parents right now. Where would you be with your parents when you were younger?
Probably just in a probably their house.
And
They have like a little cottage.
And what did the cottage look like?
It's like it was a nice, simple cottage, with, I don't know, like, it's a nice house. It was a nice house in the woods.
Okay.
Away from people. There was a giant field, like, they were in the middle of a field with flowers, and it was really, like, cottagecore, flowers. Her mom liked to do flowers and stuff.
Yeah. So it's your typical cute little cottage out in the forest somewhere, right? That kind of thing.
Yeah.
So there you are. with your mom, and you're picking flowers. You see your father off in the distance, and suddenly you kind of just look over at your mother, and she's looking at you, and she's like almost like she can't breathe. She's like, and then you just see this knife like rip through her chest and just slice up, and she kind of just falls apart. And then you see off in the distance your father and his. You don't see anything like happening to them, but you just see his head get chopped off by something and just falls, and his body drops down to the ground. And then the next thing you know, you're sitting with them at a dinner table, and your mom's pouring you some soup that she just made, and yeah, she says, "Oh, would you like some?"
Yes, please, Mummy.
How are you responding to what you just saw, though?
I am like, the hell is going on? So, do I remember that one scene? Is that what I'm trying to?
Yeah, you remember that what just
Okay.
happened.
You were dead. You're dead.
What are you talking about, dear? And she's like pouring the soup. And she starts pouring your father some, and he's looking across from me at the table. What are you talking about?
You got your.
We're right
head...
here.
No, 2 seconds ago we were outside. Now you're here. You. Knife was plunged into you, and your head fell off.
Perhaps you're just remembering a dream, dear. And then he coughs, and a bug comes out of his mouth like a cockroach. He's like, huh? And then he starts coughing, and bugs just start pouring out of him. And then they start ripping through his eye sockets, and just they're all on the table, and they're coming towards you. What do you do? And your mom's just sitting there like pouring the soup in your father's bowl.
I scream, I get up, and I start making my way to the door to try to get out of.
Your mom turns to you. She says, "What's wrong, dear?" And her whole head is just like a big cockroach head, but on her human body. And you run into the door. What do you do? Open it?
Yeah, I try to open it.
All right, you open it, and you see the forest in front of you. What do you do?
I run.
All right, you start running into the forest, and your mom, you just hear her, "Where are you going, dear?" And then as you're running through the forest, you find yourself back in your room, and you're lying in your bed, and then you hear a door knock. "Honey, are you in there?"
I don't even say anything. I just bolt out the window that's in my room. I'm gone. I am not opening that door. I am just gone. I just keep trying to leave.
All right, you jump out the window. When you land, you come up, and your mom's in the garden, and she's plucking flowers. And she's like, "Why are you coming out of the window, silly?"
I have to go. Bye, Mom.
And you just see her skin just start to turn black and come out like necrotic. And she just kind of just turns into ash and drops. So, yeah, you start having these crazy dreams for the entire time you were sleeping. And Leopold is so busy making his powders and his chalk, he doesn't notice you like squirming, like as if something's wrong with his 7 perception check. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
All right. You take 6 psychic damage. All right. And yeah, this goes on for the first hour and then continues going on into the second hour. What is Leopold doing for the 2 hours that he's not noticing Hemlock?
probably got- He's got that little cup off of the fire, and he's just got a piece of wood, and he's pulverizing the coal into a fine powder in the cup.
Yeah, and you see Hemlock's over there, like looking all disturbed. Hemlock, give me another wisdom saving throw.
Oh shit. I'm like crying.
Tear coming out of your eye as you're just constantly seeing your parents go. Yeah. One after another getting just murdered in all different kinds of ways. Sometimes some bugbear will rip them apart and just start eating them. Others, they just drop dead in front of you. It just keeps happening over and over again. But the second time, you're lucky and you don't... wait. Oh, you take half. Okay, so you take half of 9 more psychic damage. So Leopold, yeah, your 2 hours are up. Maybe you're good at keeping time, so you just know you're like, oh, your 2 hours are up. You have your little watch.
Yes. I will go over. Apparently, I don't notice anything about her, so I'll just I'll tap Fader on the shoulder. Your turn, lad. I'm going to rest.
Yeah. Do you say anything about your chalk? Does he have to do anything with it, or just let it
No,
keep
no,
burning?
it's pretty much done at this point. Basically, I just made lump charcoal, if you know what lump charcoal is,
Yep.
and I basically just pulverized it into powder.
Okay.
I'll actually say that I'm going to go use the bathroom, but I don't think I want to do it in here, so I'll be back momentarily. And I'll actually leave the room.
So you're gonna have to move all the bookshelves and cases out of the way.
Oh, I thought that we put those in front of the window. Mm.
Made a door. That's what I thought.
Okay. And I guess
Yeah,
that
Vader's
makes sense.
agreeing. So yeah.
Okay, I guess I'm going nowhere. You go ahead and enjoy your watch as I kind of smug myself into a corner and look at my watch, just like I wish I could just go take a break in my watch. God damn it.
Okay, Fader, give me I mean, you wake up. Give me a perception check.
Your time is sleep.
So yeah, so at this point you just happen to look over and she just is like still like she's not having a right now. It's just a moment where she's with them and it's happy again. So the nightmare hasn't happened, and I guess you go. What do you do for your watch? Do you like look at books? Do you do anything?
He's distracted.
I mean, everybody looks like they're sleeping peacefully. Tuck the little blanket up over Mildred and the one up over Hemlock. Oh, they look so peaceful. And I will sit with my back to the fire because I don't want to kill my my night vision. And I will, in fact, I like the corner. No, I'm going to sit with my back in this corner over here.
Gonna sit in front of the horse.
I mean, yeah.
Or cuddle in with the big horse. Lean up against.
I want to be facing the bookshelves that are covering the little doorway thing.
Okay. Yeah. So while you're just trying to get the horse not to make too much noise and move over just right so you can fit in behind him, Hemlock, give me a wisdom saving throw. All right. Good. So yeah, you're kind of still calm because you don't know what's I guess it's not calm, but yeah, you're watching your parents get brutally murdered in all different ways. You take half of 9. You guys can see that roll, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's interesting. All right. Fader, give me a perception check. Nice. All right. So, I mean, yeah, you look over and you can see Hemlock just like twitching a little bit, and another tear is coming out of her eye, and she's, I don't know, you roleplay it, Hemlock. Well,
I feel
it's
like I have a blood trail out of
like-
my nose. I'm gonna die.
how would,
I'm
no, she's just having like a nightmare. How would she be?
just like, no! Mom, no! Ah, not the soup!
Yeah, so she kind of screams out.
Not the soup.
Not the soup. Would you? How would Fader realistically react if you saw her having a bad dream?
I mean, realistically, he would go over and just sort of very gently nudge her, not enough to try and wake her up, but just sort of try and break her out of the dream.
So you have to wake her up, right?
I don't know how it works with disturbing a person's rest. If I wake her up, does that mean she loses the benefit of a long rest?
It does not.
Okay, then yeah, I'll wake her up and get her out of the dream.
All right.
Hemlock, wake up. Hemlock.
Oh my god. Fader?
It's all right. You're just having a dream.
Yeah, you have an extreme migraine though, and I guess your hair is covering it, but you can feel a little warmth coming down out of your ear, little wetness, some blood.
Bleeding.
You are bleeding.
That was a horrible dream. Bugs. My mother. Again, dying over and over, and my father.
Well, we did just battle a bug. It's not surprising that bugs might invade your dreams.
Not like this.
I'm concerned that you're bleeding, though.
Yes.
Can you
That's concerning.
can you heal yourself?
Yeah.
I think
I'm afraid
casting spells does casting spells? No, it doesn't. Never mind. I thought it might interfere with a long rest.
I'm afraid I don't have. I don't. I mean, I might be able to stop bleeding, but I don't have any means to.
I'm not. I don't think I want to go back to bed. I don't know if I should go back to bed. That was horrible. I'm gonna cast a cure wound on me.
Okay. So, yeah, what does she do for the remainder of the night?
I think I would sit next to Fader. I'm not going back to bed. I will do a exhaustion if I have to.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys, Fader and Hemlock, you stay up for the rest of the night. I'm sure Hemlock is probably just reliving these dreams, like not wanting to, but can't probably. I don't know. How is Hemlock responding? Like, what's going through her head?
She's traumatized. She loves her parents. She loved her mother, and she loves her father deeply. So it's very traumatizing. She's probably like shaking, cold sweat, just like not talking, just like, or she's mumbling to herself,
Yeah.
like a prayer to her God or something.
All right. So yeah, you go and do that. Leopold, you are having a dream right now, and you are in your bottle or no your watch, whatever it is, and you're sitting on the couch or the nice couch that you have in there. I would assume you have something to lay down on, and your little blue fox hops up on the couch with you, and then you start petting it, and it has a smile.
Well, no. I don't pet the
I mean,
mistress.
it's just like a dream. You're not controlling this. So
Okay.
you start to pet it. And then as you bring your hand up, you just have all these maggots on your hand, and you go and you look at the wolf, and it just starts being eaten alive from the inside out. And it just things, and then you just have multiple dreams of this poor little blue fox just like dying over and over again. Give me a wisdom saving throw. Nice. You take half of 13 psychic damage. Hemlock and Fader, give me a perception check. All right. Hemlock and Fader, you both kind of are sitting there, and you look over and you see Leopold in his ear, a little tiny drip of blood coming down.
I will go over and wake up Leopold.
Oh.
Leopold. Were you just having a nightmare?
Yes. I do not like this place.
For once, I'm beginning to agree with you.
All right. What is you have
How much long?
There's one more hour. What does Leopold do? Does he go back to sleep?
Okay, so this does call for a bit of something that I don't wish you people to know. But I do have a thing I can do, unfortunately, just to protect myself. So, do not be alarmed, but I'm going to disappear for an hour. And I will go ahead and place my watch gently upon the shelf, and I'll just turn around, and then I'm gone.
What does it look like when he goes in there? Is it just you just go boop, like blink out, or do you turn into like a genie whirlwind of smoke and get sucked into it?
I want to say it just kind of looks...
No genie effect?
Sure, let's go with that. It looks like basically you see this
It's like in Harry Potter where they go
yeah, just like this whirlwind effect, and then you see another hand appear on the watch face, and it's counting down.
Awesome. Yeah, so you do see that just happen.
I will go over and pick up the watch.
Knew that was coming. Yeah, so you look at the watch, you see a new hand on it that's counting down an hour. Or what is
I'm
it?
I assume
looking
it's
at it-
counting down 1 hour?
Basically. And I'm just looking at my ceiling going, don't you dare.
What does Hemlock say?
Fader, put down the watch. Let him do whatever he wants to do in his little weird thing. Don't shake it. Let him sleep. Oh my god.
All right, Mildred. You're in your mushroom patches, doing your thing, but then these mushrooms start to form mouths at you and just like turn into giant chomping mushrooms, and they're chasing you through the fields trying to eat you. What does she do?
I eat them.
Yeah.
Oh, you think you're so tough? And then she starts picking them up and eating them. Like,
Well, they get big. They're like big. And they're like one chomp from their mouth will eat you.
oh dear.
Yeah, they just grow. And then it just starts chomping on you, rips you apart. You wake up again, and now you see them off in the distance, and they're coming together. They start chasing you. It's just you and these mushrooms going at it for an hour. Give me a wisdom saving throw. Nice. Yeah, you're tough. You're just like you're fighting back, like you said, and you're not going to take me. And you take half of 8, and then the dream ends, and you wake up, and it is the end of everyone's long rest. So Hemlock would get a level of exhaustion. Fader, you get your long rest. Leopold gets his long rest, and Mildred gets a long rest, but just wakes up with a little bloody nose as she comes up.
Do we cover the hit points we lost, or we're still missing those?
How does that work? I guess you would I would say just get them back.
Okay.
I don't though, right?
No.
It's fine.
I pop out of my watch. Okay, so we're not going to mention that to anyone.
May I jump in for just a second and ask a procedural question?
Yep.
Was there enough time after I woke Brittany up? Or Hemlock up? Was there enough time that she could have taken a short rest and used hit dice to pick up hit points?
I mean, it would have been technically
an
a short
hour.
rest, yeah. So she could have done that.
Okay, I'll do it.
So, yeah, Mildred, you would see as you come up, Leopold just do his reversed whirlwind out of his watch and just appear out of nowhere.
I hand his watch back to him.
Thank you.
I wanted to keep it safe and make sure that nothing happened to it while you were away.
Yes, I could see exactly what you were doing.
What does Mildred do?
They say, oh dear, I had a very strange nightmare and I was eaten by a mushroom.
Yes, we all had unfortunate dreams, except for Mr. Fader here.
Well, he doesn't really sleep, right?
No, he does not. Very unfortunate for the rest of us.
Very.
Did we get a long rest?
Yes,
Yeah.
we got along.
Is everyone okay?
So, did we regain the hit points that we lost?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Well, that was awful. Let's get out of here at once, right after we scour that wonderful platinum mine.
Sure, great idea. I look out the window. Does it actually get dark light here, or is there constant haze?
Yeah, it's a cloudy night. There is a haze.
Bloody hell.
Into the mines. I will
Dim light haze, or
It's a
Yeah, it's just a really cloudy day, so the sun's not penetrating, so it's not bright.
the reason I'm asking is it dim enough that it counts as dim light for my stealth ability?
I would say no for that one. It's not that dim. Like how it was today most of the day. All right, so yeah, your horse is still alive.
How the hell are we going to drag this thing into a mine?
I don't think that we are.
Well, it's not quite safe here.
I can talk to him and see if he could just run into town.
I mean, then we're taking a very long time to get back to town. Well, we're going to have to do that anyway.
We're going to take a long time to get back to town anyway.
Aren't they carrying things for us?
Yes.
Well, this one is now carrying all the iron bars and a fancy shield.
We can just bring him right into the entrance and sort of tie him up inside, and perhaps he'll be safer during the day.
Sure, so he can get... That's worth a shot, I guess.
Let's do it.
Do we even know where the mine is?
I thought Pinion saw it.
Pinion
Never
saw
mind.
the graveyard. He didn't
Well-
see a mine.
As you guys are standing in front of the house, you can see that there's another trail that leads kind of the northeast direction, and you'll see a little wooden sign, "To mine."
Oh,
I
convenient.
think the mine is. I think the mine is this way.
Let's do it.
Yes, let's go kill a bunch of bastard bugs.
Mm.
Alright. You start heading off towards the mine. So as you're walking through this passageway, coming up to the side of a mountain, you can see that there is this gaping hole in the mountainside. And you can obviously see that this is the entrance to the platinum mine. There are several carts that sit outside the cavern. One is filled with rock and dirt pulled from the mine. The other one is piled with large beams of wood that look like they were never used, but they're still rotted and old, but they look like they were fresh beams to be used. As you come in, you notice it is dimly lit for the first 30 feet. Let me bring you to the mine. Ugh. Wait a minute. Did it again.
Did everyone see where to go?
It's so annoying that I keep forgetting to... It is kind of tight in here. I just think I realized something might be wrong with my map. Let me see. Huh. I think the scaling might be off. Yeah, the scaling's off on this map. Give me a minute, guys. So, out of character, you can talk for a second.
We're going to have to kill a lot of bugs that can just disappear. I hope somebody took
Yeah.
a light spell.
Well, what about
Nope.
Fairy Fighter? Fairy Fire.
That would be
Fire
useful.
Would be nice.
Yeah, okay. I have that prepared. And I have Cure Wounds
nice.
prepared.
Excellent.
If at all possible, before you cast that fairy fire,
Yeah.
give please make sure you don't include me in that area. As
Aye,
that would make it somewhat difficult for me to remain hidden.
I did the wrong
Gotcha.
map. I hate my life.
Do we know how many townspeople went missing?
There's like 60 or I don't even know. No. Well, yeah, it said it in the book.
What is...
I'm just thinking that might give us an idea of how many of these creatures
True.
we need to. We've got to come up with some way of the biggest. They didn't seem. It didn't seem that difficult to defeat, except for the fact that it can disappear. If we can somehow prevent that,
Well, it sounds
and
like
again,
it actually moves between shadows.
it was able to paralyze me. I think that the worst thing that we can do in the battle back in the mansion, Leopold, you for some period of time were alone downstairs. I think we need to make sure that no one is alone at any time. If it can paralyze someone when no one else is there to protect them, I think that's going to be the greatest danger.
I agree that we should not split the party. Let's stay together.
Yes.
Fight as a team.
Teamwork.
Do either of you who can do magic, do you have the ability to cast any sort of magic that would affect a large area that might hit something that's hidden, rather than have to specifically target the creature?
No, I only have fairy fire, or
Yeah, I do not.
yeah, nothing.
Leopold.
Although I can prepare,
No,
I can change prepare whatever spells I want, right?
until the first
Yeah.
battle, I
Leopold,
think we took that rule.
Leopold, you were able to start the fire in the fireplace last night.
No, that's just a little trick. That's a flick of the fingers.
Right, but if we
Throw a
could,
flaming sphere.
if we could prepare a fire and just not be lit, and then from how far could you light that fire? For instance, if there were a pile of wood, say 30 feet away, would you
10
be able
feet.
to
10
10
feet.
feet?
I could do 30.
The book that I was reading suggested that they are hindered by bright light.
Yes, but the flame's not very bright, is it?
Well, up close it is.
I could do 30 feet. I can start off a small fire, and if we plan it right and maybe put oil or something, it could make a bigger fire.
I don't have any oil.
I've been near a torch, for instance, that's been burning, and it's very bright within, say, 20 feet or so of it. You'd need to get 20 feet or so away from it before it starts to not be so right there in your eyes. I would think that even a small campfire would be bright for some distance.
Yeah, this map is just, I can't get it to work properly. It's so frustrating.
Oh, could I retcon and do something less? No, I was making that flash matter. I wouldn't have time. Never mind. Forgot to try attuning to that ring we found. Oh, well.
Can I roleplay? Hold on.
We
What
could
am I
just
gonna
do
say?
theater of mind.
We could.
Does anybody? I just looked through my rucksack, and I've got 10 torches. Does anybody else have any torches?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, that's a thing. We should probably
I
carry.
have 10 torches. Before we go into the mine, I would like to pull Fado away from the group and just say, hey, it's been like reeling in my mind what I said back there. If you turn into a roach, I would be very sad if you turned into a roach. That's what I'm trying to say.
I certainly appreciate that.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't be glad. I would probably cry really, really hard. Okay.
Uh, thank you. Are you okay, Emma?
No. I don't think so, dear. I don't think so. I'm very tired, and I can't get the images of my parents out of my head, and I just feel very bad.
Is the dreams you had last night?
Yes, but I feel very bad because you are a very nice friend.
It's quite all right. It's quite all right.
Okay, so if I die with like, you know. Okay, it's off my mind. Okay.
Let's see what we can do about ensuring that nobody dies today.
Yep.
All right. So, yeah, as you walk through, this mine is dark and damp, and you hear the sound of dripping water echoing deep within. The light fades faster than it should as you move deeper until you are wrapped in oppressive gloom and shadow. Let me turn on Mildred's torch.
I think we're all carrying torches at this point,
Oh, you all are.
probably to make it bright as possible.
I don't think it. Let me see. Where's torch?
I don't know if the map will like that though.
Torch is 20 feet of bright light and 20 feet additional of dim light.
All right. So let's start off with who's in front.
I suppose I'll go in front.
All right.
Who's behind Fader?
I'll go behind.
And behind Mildred?
Why don't you hang around the middle, Hemlock, dear?
I just had a thought, folks.
Yes.
From what you were describing about the battle in the mansion, did it seem as though this bug was was becoming invisible and moving, or did it seem as though it was sort of just winking out and reappearing elsewhere? In other words, was it just becoming invisible and walking somewhere, or was it teleporting? In other words, I don't know if you were
I know
able
what
to
you're
figure
saying
that out.
here. I don't think we were able to figure it out.
Well,
I don't know if there's any difference then in being in the front or in the back in terms of.
I saw a shadow. He moved. I believe he moved, or they moved. I don't think he blinked. I think he moved. I saw a shadow walk like past the wall. So.
All right, yeah. So as you're walking through this hall, you can hear almost really light whispers. Just everywhere around you. Everyone give me wisdom saving throws. You hear these whispers off in the distance. Every right beyond the light where it goes, you constantly see like a shadow move or something scurry across the floor or the ceiling. Wow, everyone does so well. 1922.
Also, like,
1919.
as we're going in, I'm going to activate my symbiotic entity and summon my beast toad guy.
Okay. Go find that beast.
I'm assuming that we're going to be moving slowly, and I'd like to keep my eyes open for traps.
That would be lovely.
All right. So if you're going to be actively looking for traps, everyone's moving at half distance. All right. Give me a perception check.
Doesn't look like there are any traps.
Yeah, as you're walking through, what's going on with my computer today? Let me reload. It's an update today, so I wonder if that's the reason why I'm having issues. So as you're going through, you can see the south of you. There's another tunnel that kind of looks like it kind of bends around and just continues to go south, or you can continue to go the north of you, which appears to be another hallway or tunnel to the left.
North or south, folks?
South.
Sounds good to me.
Or
I'm-
not?
I'm gonna cast bark skin on myself.
I like to go down.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys make it down into the south cavern. It kind of opens up into this small room. Let me read what you see. Just put something on the map. Okay. All right. As you come in this room, this tunnel ends at a small chamber that holds worn picks, rusty shovels, and 2 handcarts filled with debris and rags. Fader, as you come in and look around above you, can see just scores of bats hanging from the 20-foot high ceiling. As you walk in, you can hear them kind of start to get rustled as your light starts to go inside the room.
I'm going to quickly step back into the tunnel
Okay.
and sort of stop everybody. Stop. Shh, stop. And step up back into the main tunnel.
Okay. Yeah, so your lights is not hitting the ceiling, so you hear them kind of calm down.
The ceiling in here up ahead is covered with bats.
Okay. That
Yeah.
doesn't sound pleasant.
There's,
Means that the floor is probably covered in guano.
yeah, you can smell it.
But my impression, I saw a couple of carts. One was full of looked like rags and some sort of mining debris. I think I saw some picks and shovels. I saw the bats on the ceiling. I don't remember seeing anything else in the room. I don't think it's a good idea to walk in there with torches burning. Perhaps 2 of us who can see in the dark can give our torches to 2 others. 2 stay here with the torches. 2 who can see in the dark go forward and check out the room.
You're the one that's stealthy enough to not wake them, because they will be listening as well. They're quite good listeners.
Okay,
Bats
that
can
works.
see in the dark with their echolocation, dear.
Well,
So
I think it's just the light that spooks them, you know?
that's true.
They may
but
not
they know
mind the sound.
we're here.
They do have eyes. They actually can see quite well.
Yes.
I'm gonna hand my torch off to Mildred.
Well, maybe you extinguish your torch and keep it with you, and when you get to the other side, you can light it, and then you can guide us to the other side so that we can extinguish our torches.
You know what? No.
Are you guys whispering, by the way?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Everyone give me
I'm
stealth checks.
Do you really have to be stealthy to whisper?
You do. It's just the whole point that you're right there in that hallway.
I can't get my sheet to go down far enough for me to roll a stealth check.
You should be able to click your token and have that little drop-down menu right at the top of the
Yep.
screen there. On the map.
All right. Yeah, you're all being fairly quiet. The bats are just you hear them moving every now and then, but you're able to keep it down.
I'm going to hand my torch off to Mildred,
Okay.
and half speed. I'm going to
Shouldn't you, like I said,
stealthily.
if we
I've
all
got-
have to move through the you have more?
I've got 9 more torches in my backpack.
Okay. Sounds good.
But now she's
Um,
double fisting.
All right, fine. I will extinguish my torch and I will put it in my backpack.
I was about to say, I can easily light and unlight
Me
torches.
too.
Fair enough. Torch extinguished in the backpack.
Okay.
Heading stealthily forward.
As you burn a hole through your backpack.
Oh my god.
Mending.
All right. You slowly go through. What do you do?
Is there anything in there?
I'm gonna stop right here and I'm just gonna look. You describe. I don't remember how you described it. I do remember you saying something about a cart.
There's hold. This tunnel, small chamber, it holds worn picks, rusty shovel, and 2 hand carts filled with debris and rags.
Okay, I want to go to the hand cart, and I want to just very quietly see if there's anything in and amongst those rags.
I mean, yeah, as you're moving what's on top, because there's rocks and everything in there, and if you're going to dig down, it's going to take longer to lift all these rocks out one by one.
Yeah, I don't want to do anything that's going to make a lot of noise. So if it seems like it's going to make noise, then I'm not going to do it.
Okay, but you can look around at the rags on top and move rocks slightly around, and no, you don't see anything of interest.
Okay. Last question is: do the rags look flammable, or do they look like the sort of thing that if we were to take them, that we could use them as a light weapon against Meanlots?
A light weapon? I mean, they're just rags.
I just remember reading that bright light, that they're disturbed or bothered by bright light, and that we can make a big enough fire that could throw them off. Are these rags things that if we were to pile them up, maybe put some oil on them, that
they would just light up and be out within a few seconds.
I mean, everything in here is covered in poop, so it's probably...
Oh, that is true. They're probably covered in bat poop.
Okay, there's no. Then in that case, I will backtrack to the party.
Very squishily make his way back to the body. Squish, squish. I'll just make sure I don't see anything magical in that room as well.
The guano that bats make in ancient cultures was used as a fire starter, as it is highly flammable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Is it on the floor in piles? It's been. Years.
Bats have it's just all over the place on the floor.
Okay, I will. I will. I'm going to start picking it up, and I will continue to do so if it looks like I'm getting a significant amount. If it looks like it's going to take me all day to get enough to be of any use, then I'm not going to bother. But if it looks like I'm getting enough that maybe we could do something with, then I will bring it back and I will hand it to Leopold, since he's so good at making things like that.
Don't touch me with that.
So the way I'm envisioning this is this cart, and there's solid pieces of rocks that you're gonna have to lift one at a time, kind of put it on. So it will take you some time to try to collect these rags. What would everybody else be doing during this?
Mostly just watching, I suppose, as he collects bat shit.
Oh, I was gonna collect bat crap too, because it takes a lot of money on the market. It's very rare to get this.
Is it?
I just crawl over there, get some.
So
It's a magic opponent.
give me a stealth check.
Oh, that's right. You need a fireball, don't you?
Yeah.
So Fader, it would actually be inside the room. Hemlock starts to sneak in.
How long are you people gonna do this for?
All right. Hemlock kind of sneaks in and starts helping. Is that what you were doing?
No, I'm grabbing some bat poop for myself because it's a magical component.
What are you putting it in?
Oh, I have hold on. I have a vial here.
Just straight in the backpack. Just
No, I
covering
have a
all your stuff.
herbalism kit. I have like vials and stuff.
We'll have to keep track of what you put in them.
This is bat poop vial.
So yeah, put it on your character sheet or something in like the bio or one of those areas. How many vials does your thing have? Does it say?
Oh, my it doesn't.
All right, we'll figure it out later. But yeah, you can. We'll say how many vials are you trying to get?
Just one.
Okay, yeah, you could do that with your stealth check of 16. It seems, you start to pile it in. The bats don't seem to have noticed. Fader's over there slowly moving rocks. What is Mildred doing during this? Just talking or hanging out watching?
I'm just watching.
Right, and Leopold?
How long is this taking? If it's taking 10 minutes, I'll probably...
Oh, yeah, we need. I'm like, guys, we don't just sit there. I'm like, guys, we have to go. Like, I have spells up and running for defense that are going to waste away while we gather shit.
Okay. I got my vial.
I'm just gonna peek in the room and see if there's anything magical emanating from the carts. If not, I'm not really interested.
Yeah, you look around, nothing magical is in there, but
There's nothing special in there.
Let's go deeper into the mine.
Are you gonna stop collecting, Fader?
I mean, if that's the will of the party, are there any exits out of here? Or is this a dead end?
This is a dead end.
We can always come back for more shit. It's not going anywhere.
How long does your spell last, Mildred? I'm sorry. What spells again are they?
10 minutes.
Okay. And Fader, what were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say if there are any of these rags that I've already.
Yeah. Also, you collected 4 of them.
Okay, I'll grab however many I can.
Fine, this is disgusting, but I'll go ahead and summon my mage hand and just scoop it and just bring it along with this little floating hand.
Okay.
Well, it's like I can feel it. No, I don't like this stuff.
So you're also, Mildred, moving at half speed through this, so I would say already 5 minutes has gone by.
All right, time to stop taking our sweet ass time. Into the fray we go, and I'm like off ahead of the party, being at full speed.
All right.
Perhaps even dashing.
Jesus Christ. Mildred, wake up!
Is that what you're doing, Mildred?
Yep.
So Mildred starts running by.
Keep up, lads! It's time to go.
Got old Mildred. You run up past everybody. You get to another intersection where it branches off to the west, like west-north, and it continues to go straight. And ahead of you, you can see a pile of rubble has like kind of collapsed, and the whole ceiling is just collapsed down and kind of making a dead end right there. It seems like you can't move past it. So Mildred runs the other way. Is everyone just running after Mildred at this point?
I'm having flashbacks to a magical black orb.
I thought.
Yeah, I know,
That
right?
was a totally different game, okay?
Mildred, weren't you the one who was saying that we should not split the party?
Well, you should keep up.
What is the rush?
I have a spell that's running out of time.
All right.
I don't want to waste it.
Are people running after her, or are they just still
I'm
continuing?
moving at normal speed. I'm like, all right, let's slow down.
So is everyone else moving normal speed, or is everyone else going to continue to be?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Suppose
I
for
can't.
like
I
a
can't
chance
switch for traps.
leave her.
But yeah.
All right. So yeah,
If there's traps, I'll take it.
you guys coming after her or walking slowly after. In this room, this tunnel winds back towards the entrance, and the south wall of the chamber at the end has odd divots and alcoves within the rock at various heights.
I look up.
There are no bats in this one.
I look for any sort of like secret doorways.
Give me
I
a
was thinking of a lot.
perception check. You are determined to find any secret doorways in here, but you don't see anything. It just looks like the miners were pickaxing at these walls, but they just stopped for an unknown reason.
Was there another doorway on the other side of the bat shit?
You never went in that
No, there was
room.
not. Do you ask that out loud?
Yes.
No, there was no. It was a dead end.
Have we missed another direction here that we were unaware of?
North.
Oh, there's the collapsed.
There's
area.
the collapsed.
Uh,
There's the
yeah.
where the
Yeah,
tunnels collapsed.
so when you looked north at the collapsed tunnel, there was also a tunnel that went to the right. Sorry.
Oh,
Ah,
there we go.
I didn't see that.
I'm gonna magical. Is there anything magical in this divot area?
As you look through, there is nothing magical. I'd say 7 minutes now.
Okay. let's-
Okay, dashing time. Here we go.
What? No.
Full dash.
Is the spell really worth your life?
Do you guys
Yes!
do you guys try to stop her or let her run right by you? What do you do as you see Mildred trying to?
We follow.
I'm gonna try and take up a lot of space and at least try to slow her down.
Mildred, as
Honestly,
you're
I'm
coming through, Fader is like trying to get in your way. What do you say?
Mildred, I'm starting to think that whatever's affecting us here is beginning to affect you. I don't understand why you're in such a hurry. If your spell ends, then it ends. But don't keep rushing into places until we've had a chance to check them out.
Okay.
It's true, Millie. I'm exhausted and I just want to get out of the tunnel now. But we gotta find these freaking cockroaches.
If I was to spring a trap, I have a ton of temporary hit points that are going to expire.
No. Leave it. It's okay.
Temporary hit points don't save you from, let's say, a fall to your death.
Or a blender.
Alright, fine, whatever.
All right, so you guys make your way back to that intersection. I'll just bring everybody. So as you're standing here, Fader, ahead of you, you can see that the ceiling has collapsed and it appears you can't go any further. And then to the east of you, there is, it kind of opens up into another hallway. But the opening of, let's see, so you'll be right here so you can see it. The opening of this tunnel is nearly circular. Black moss covers the walls, floor, and ceiling of this tunnel as far as you can see. Within this tunnel are several branches, all of them covered in the same black moss.
Is this a normal black moss that grows in tunnels? What do we know?
You can ask the mushroom lady. I suppose.
Well, I would know too. I'm a druid.
So you all kind of walk up and look to see this black moss, and as you can see in the map, you can see how it's darker. Give me a perception check. As you guys are looking at these walls, you notice that there is something off on these walls. They're not like the regular walls where you can tell that it looks like a pickaxe has broken through them. These walls are nice and smooth. There is no sign of manual labor in creating them.
Well, if there was going to be a portal to the Feywild,
It would be this one.
All
This
right, you're
is
saying
not
that
a man-made wall.
that's the
Something made this.
I
something
touched.
other than miners.
Yes.
I poke at the moss with a guano-covered mage hand finger.
Yeah, the moss is just like, I guess moss is, just black moss. It's
Spongy.
spongy.
Okay, just as long as it doesn't like rise up and try to attack.
It kind of scrapes off a little bit, and you can just see the smooth rock underneath.
Okay, well, it doesn't seem to be corrosive or anything to that nature. Just really creepy. Fantastic.
Let's follow the moss.
Ah,
Down the hole.
really?
As you
Really?
move in, Fader, you notice also as you come in, like the noise kind of gets muffled everywhere around you, as if you're walking into a isolation chamber, where before you could hear your footsteps walking through and scraping, but now it's just soft and everything's dampened. There's no echoes.
Moss.
Earlier, you said that we could hear whispering. Can we still hear that?
Yes, but it's really lightly.
Do I recognize it as the same sort of whispering that I was hearing when we first arrived at town?
No, it is not the little girl. All right. Which way do you guys go?
Just continue in.
I don't really see any other option if you are inclined to try and figure out some reason for this.
This is starting to look like some sort of a maze.
Yeah,
There are a lot of decisions.
Hemlock, as you come in, you can see you can go north, south, or forward, which, again, those forward branches off into other hallways as well. What do you do?
Is there just a moss?
It's
Is it moss
it's everywhere.
everywhere?
Yep, it's
Okay.
everywhere.
What about you said that there's like vines or something? Like trees?
I think he was talking about the branches of the tunnel.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
never mind.
Do we just begin? Take one
Yeah.
of either north or south here and start until we run out of new places?
South, I guess?
Let's go south. Let me go in front though.
Does any of the moss on the ground look trampled? We could look for some kind of tracks, maybe?
True.
Is the moss on the ground or is it just the walls?
It's everywhere. On the walls, floors, and ceiling.
Is there an obvious path?
Nothing's obvious down here. No, it's just all different ways. As you move south, Fader, you can hear that girl voice coming straight from the south saying, "Help me, help me." But this time, all of you can hear it.
Okay, I'm hearing a thing.
Help. Someone help.
And it's coming from straight ahead?
Mm-hmm.
And you said, are we hearing it in our heads, or are we hearing, is it actual sound?
Everyone is hearing it as the sound of someone calling for help.
Okay.
I swear to God, if this is a trick, I am going to be ever so cross.
It didn't say it could mimic people, did it?
That's a creature of the Feywild, the tricky little things.
Do you know things about the Feywild, Leopold?
Part elf, so like a little bit.
I mean, me too. I would know too. Duh.
Again, yeah, Fader.
It's not. It's not letting me. It's not.
Oh, because you're hitting a wall, I
It's not
think.
letting me go. It's telling me I'm running into a wall.
Yep. So as you're moving forward, you can just hear her, "Help me."
I guess we go help.
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't
just-
know who or what to trust.
Beat the hell out of
Alright.
whatever's there.
Just don't accept anything from her.
Any
Oh, I don't
magic
intend
in this
to.
little area?
How long did your spell last?
I can I'm basically recasting it when it ends because I
okay.
can cast it at will.
Let me see. No, you don't see any magic. As Fader and Hemlock, as you guys are standing there, let me see something. Okay, so as you're there, these tentacles of black moss just kind of sprout from the alcove walls, and they just start shooting at you. Give me dexterity saving throws.
Freaking black moss.
Gaiden.
Good thing we took our sweet time walking into that trap.
Hemlock, you just see like these black tentacles come shooting down, and you're looking at Fader as you just see Fader just like jump out of the way, and you're like, what are you jumping at? And then these black tentacles just kind of wrap around your body, and you are grappled by them.
Can I make a? Can I react to this?
Well, what does Leopold do? And Mildred, will give them a chance to do something.
Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and let's see, magic tendrils of frost, fire, or electricity. I'm going to. Plants don't like frost, I don't think, so I'll go ahead and frostbite one of the tendrils.
When these tendrils came down, then you did see now they're glowing with like the magic that you see through your eyes.
Magical fantastic. Does it lead to a source, or is it just
No, it just goes to the ceiling.
to the ceiling? I'll go ahead and cast frostbite on the ceiling.
All right, you cast frostbite on the ceiling. You just see it kind of for a second. What does Mildred do?
Throw a magical stone at one of the tentacles.
All right, you throw a magical stone at the tentacle. Dink! It just hits it and it kind of bounces off. What does Fader do?
I'm going to draw one of the regular mundane drow daggers and try to cut through a tentacle that's holding Hemlock.
All right, you pull out your drow dagger and you're trying to cut through, but you all notice none of these magical effects did anything to these tentacles. And that's when you hear this kind of noises behind you and on the side of you, Fader, and two of these insects appear. Everyone roll initiative.
There's no active encounter.
Sorry. There we go. They just appear out of nowhere, and we will begin our battle next game. As these meanlocks teleport right to you. All right. That was fun.
Game. Good game, guys.
Good game.
Actually, I don't know if they... No, they didn't teleport. They ran at you. Sorry. No, they teleported. I don't know what they did. That's funny.
Well,
Yeah,
that's an
it's
interesting.
9:27, so I just didn't want to start.
Were they able to teleport next to us, or did they teleport farther
No, that's
away
why I
with the
said,
torches
yeah,
in
they
hand?
teleported farther away and then ran.
Okay, so the torches are keeping them so interesting.
That's what I was trying to figure out myself.
Good game, guys.
Good game.
Good game.
Brittany, you got the short end of the stick there.
Yeah, man.
I feel
So,
like Yep.
no, go ahead. Say what you're saying.
Nothing. I'm just... For the last 2 games, I just feel like I keep losing it. I don't know why. I'm having a hard time.
Losing,
Yeah.
like, focus, or?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just all in my head. But what were you going to say?
So I was gonna say, the random initiative rolls.
Mhm.
I mean, it's kind of interesting that it gives you. I mean, it makes it a lot more random. But the only thing that I kind of don't like is if like you have an early turn on like the first turn, and then you end up with a late turn on the next turn. Especially if there's like going to be like a lot of NPCs in between, it could be like a lot of dead space in between you having turns. So I mean, at least if you're on the same thing on every turn, at least like it's like a consistent amount of time between like you actually getting to do something in combat.
I personally think it adds a lot of different flair to combat. I kind of like it.
And the other thing that I kind of don't like about it, which is, I mean, there are things that I do like about it, but the other thing I don't like about it is it actually takes a lot of strategy out of the game because it makes it so essentially.
You mean it stops a lot of metagaming, which I like the most about it.
I get, but it's metagaming.
It's not really strategy. It's metagaming.
It's meta that. Well, it is strategy because I mean, it
strategy would be telling people to hold their action to do something at a certain time. That's strategy.
Well, it pretty much
knowing
makes it
when
so-
someone's turn is coming, it's metagaming.
Yeah, but it makes it so if essentially holding your action is like a huge gamble. Like essentially every time you hold your action, it makes it so that you almost know that it could potentially do nothing. So
I mean, holding an action
have to do
always could
something.
do nothing potentially. Like the monster could have never appeared, so you could
Not
always.
necessarily. I mean,
lose
there's
them.
a lot of different triggers for a held action.
Yeah, I guess it's good
But
for you metagamers for sure. But
The only potential downside I could seeing it is basically if we get a strong enough boss, they could basically 2-shot us
That is also.
if they get 2 turns in a row.
how often
And
in
once
any
you get
of
the
our
legendary
games,
actions. Yeah.
you guys always kill everything. So
No,
Now
in
that
regular
it's-
combat, I think it
But-
works, but once you start getting to those, I'm worried, and we haven't experienced this yet, so I'm not sure.
Right. If we're in a,
I
if we're
understand
in a
what he's
battle
saying.
with
Yeah.
I know what he's
if
saying.
if I can take a potion, and then all of a sudden I don't have that option.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I actually feel like it takes strategy out. It makes it more random, is what it does. It takes strategy out and makes encounters more random, which is maybe more realistic. But is it also realistic that one person could potentially do like 90, 120 feet of movement and take like multiple, like someone could end up taking like 6 attack actions and move 6 places and
Yeah,
disengage twice.
they just get this
Like,
burst
all-
of energy, like See, it's like cool that you
It's
can.
not a-
Those are cool moments people can have.
I guess.
Like it happened with you. It was like you were fighting some monster and then it rolled and you were up next again and you killed it. It was like a cool moment for Mildred. So I think it adds
I mean,
more to
I
the
think
story.
I think that the thought is that it makes us weaker because we no longer can use strategy in order to employ those tactics. But those are tactics that you could use also if you had multiple like NPCs or monsters that you were using.
Which
Yeah. But in any case, I gotta get going, guys. So I will talk to y'all later. Great game.
Yeah.
okay.
I
Guys,
should get some
woo-hoo.
sleep. I have a crazy weekend, mate.
Have a
too.
good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good.
Thank you for watching. I do appreciate your time. If you liked what you watched, you can catch my other games on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Feel free to join my Discord channel for updates, and it's been fun. See ya.